people watch there. You see all sorts of things.
We saw all sorts of things today around the grounds here. I think there were a few imports from South Beach. Love. Wow. Well, there was a return not only made but hit for a winner. But you can see all the ones that she had missed.
We talk about how important it is for Monica to get the first strike in a rally. It's also important for Kim Clijsters to do the same. She doesn't want to be the one doing all the running out there tonight. Game point. Perfect return of serve from Seles. Look how she's moving into the court. Momentum all going forward.
Couldn't see it on the replay, but Kim Clijsters gave a nice bit of applause to Monica Seles there. You don't always see that from an opponent.
Well, we have to be watching two of the nicest players on the WTA Tour.
Very well respected and about, 10 years apart in age.
Clijsters won the Sportsmanship Award a couple years ago. In a little bit of trouble here on serve. Break point for Seles.
The finesse, that is a tough combination.
Hewitt likes it. Great shot against Monica Seles. Make her move forward, doesn't feel comfortable at the net.
Second serve here, and Seles has delivered a few big blows on the returns in this game. Clijsters handled the power well there to get that last one in.
She held her ground. She stayed nice and low. Used the pace and power from the Seles racket. Hit it right back, nice and deep.
Sounds like a car coming to a screeching halt. 4-2 Clijsters. The serve of Monica Seles is vital for her to stay in this quarterfinal. Let's see the location early on. She's dropped served once. Not great location there, but 97 miles an hour. 92 up the middle, located perfectly. That can always be an ace. Again, mediocre with the last two on location. Pretty good with that. 107, her fastest one of the match. And then you have a 90 out wide. These are always going to be softer out wide. And because she's a lefty, guess what? She likes this serve the most. That is typical. Only 2 to the forehand side of Clijsters. The rest all to the backhand side. Very much what the lefty likes.
There was a time where Monica just hit it to the backhand of her righty opponents. Hardly ever mixed it up to the forehand. It's the serve that she's really trying to develop. She's working on it with her coach, Mike Sell, day in and day out.
Well, there we saw 2 straight attempts the other way for the lefty, up the middle on the ad side. And to be honest, what we don't show you with that are the serves that are a fault that can kind of keep the opponent honest. So the one up the tee, even if you miss it on the ad side, can help you later on with a 1 out wide, because the returner might lean a little more towards the center sometimes.
With the crowd on that point. Clearly in from shot spot.
And that's the call that the crowd was whistling because they thought it was out. So guess what, crowd? You're wrong. No, at nighttime, it just happens. The crowd gets more, you know, they've probably had a couple of pops, some of them, and they just get out here and they're more into it and they yell more, and the nighttime just brings them out.
Well, and they want to see Monica Seles do well. She's a crowd favorite. She won here back in 1990, the youngest to ever win this tournament, 16 years old. Won a couple of times in the early 90s, been through to the finals, semifinals, quarterfinals a whole bunch of times. Seles hangs on to serve, keeps things close. Clijsters still up a break, 4-3. Who will join Jennifer, Serena, and Venus in the semifinals? Messed up his Australian Open, but since then he's been unbeatable. And tomorrow night it's role reversal because Leighton Hewitt has the ESPN 2 match and Kim Clijsters will be watching. I just love the way they support each other. They do not, if they're not playing, they do not miss each other's matches. It's great.
We had Sergio Garcia today here watching Martina Hingis, so there's some interesting things going on and off the court.
That's right. I think it's always good when athletes go out with other athletes. You can understand each other's profession a little bit more.
Yelled out in the crowd just as Seles was going to hit that ball. I don't know if it put her off, it put me off. And that was
a tough shot for Seles. It stayed so low. Clijsters doing a great job. Stretched out wide to keep that ball low.
So that was just 15-30. Seles would have loved to have seen 15-40. Now with a second serve chance. Double fault, each player with a couple. Seles with 3, Clijsters 2, and that does bring up 1 break back point for Seles. She had one other one, did not convert. Clijsters takes a risk that she shouldn't have done, and Monica Seles is rewarded with a break of serve.
We mentioned earlier, Seles just competes so well. She hangs in there, waits for the opportunity. She started slowly throughout this week. Got down a break early in this match, but she's still there.
Tell you what, you can see Clijsters there tying her shoe. When she does that skidding act, her shoes had better be pulled pretty tight.
Smart play from Seles, wrong putting Clijsters. Clijsters taking off to the open court. Skids again. Couldn't get back though. The only other player that comes to mind that skids on a hard court is Michael Chang.
I can think of a few other clay quarters. Roddick did it at the Australian and messed up his ankle. What a great stab volley from Clijsters.
Seles tried to change the pace in that rally. It allowed Clijsters to get to net, and that was a great lunge.
Oof. She really is one of the 2 or 3 best athletes on the tour, Clijsters. Impresses me more and more each and every time I see her play. Double fall to disappointment for Seles because it gives Clijsters the opportunity to jump out to a break advantage and possibly serve for the first set if she can break here. Just spectacular scrambling by Kim Clijsters. She earns herself a break of serve and an opportunity now to serve out the first set, 5-4. Martina Hingis. Clijsters now serving 5-4 for the first set.
Clijsters had a tremendous year last year, just so consistent in all the big tournaments, 4 Grand Slams, semis of Australia, quarters of both the U.S. Open and Wimbledon, and of course memorable match at the French Open in the finals.
Here's Esther Seles and then the coach Mike Sell, bottom right, and that's the coach actually of Lisa Raymond, David DeLucia on the left. They played the tour together some. They didn't do much as players, but they're both doing very well as coaches, and Mike Sell and Seles have been a really good combination.
He's been a very positive influence on Seles. He's full of energy, he works hard, he's very quick, so when he practices with Monica Seles, he runs all her hard-hitting balls down. He works out with her off the court, in the gym, motivates Seles a ton.
Clijsters now with 2 set points. One more set point. Big serve out wide. Clinches the first set for Kim Clijsters, who's seated 4 here, and she wants that spot in the Final Four. Will she get it? Seles hopes not.